Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are here for our very final map here of our final match of our final group. And we are going to be able to find out who are the top 8 teams that will be duking it out in our playoffs starting tomorrow. And we'll see who's going to be the champion on Sunday for our Royal Sea Cup. And this, of course, being our Ignition Series event here for the Southeast Asia level. I'm Play of the J, and I'm thrilled to bring you this fine match here together with my co-caster Gideon Q.
It's going to be a great set of games so far, but now it's time for the very final map. Unfortunately, it has to come out of my mouth, but it's going to be split, and they all know how much I feel badly about this map, but it is a very strategic move coming out of these teams, especially for NTER, because they are going to be able to really start showing their stuff, especially when you want to have a lopsided map for the defender side.
Yeah, the only thing is because the NTER picked it, of course, the side to be first is definitely going to be picked here by, Bren. So I think we are seeing that the defender side is going to be Bren's starting side, which, split is going to be the most polarizing in terms of, attacker, defender, sided biasness. And yeah, we'll see how they are going to be shaping up here. I think when we look at the Bren lineup here, we are going to see it's going to be quite standard, I would say, for a split. We are still going to be seeing a raise very useful here. And actually, we're seeing almost the same lineup from NTER, but they are taking the Sova.
Breach, Sova, the only two that really are the differences for these sides. One is good at gathering the information, the other is good at slowing people down and hard pushing sides. And especially for the defender side, that fault line can be a very powerful tool, especially since that, a lot of teams, previously a lot of teams would like to bring Sage in, but after the patch, it's not as good, so people have to get creative and innovative. NTER is going to be starting off on the attacker side, looking to push through B here. Only Omen and Race can cover that angle, as well as, I can't necessarily see, that's Breach.
Oh yeah, and Dispenser actually going to be swapping off the Reyna here, so we'll be opting for the Raze as well. Oh, they're going to burst here onto the B side. There is still going to be Dispenser popping out. The bait shells, it's going to land right on his opposite number. ACL though will be able to get him back and also still get the Boombot kill. But Cheng here, he's all by his lonesome. Amanola is actually going to be pushing in here from the garage side. There is still going to be the Spike left out in the B side. He's going to have to rely on the rotation coming out here from B Heaven to try and get another angle going, but the numbers are not in their favor at the moment. So Amanola is going to have to spray here. He has a little bit of breathing room, but it's not going to be working out. Dubstep does take out Senho, and it's only going to be a cleanup here by Jesse.
You can see the decision making going in his head. He tried to fake out. He tried to do a quick fake out with his TP, trying to give the idea, oh, I could be instead of the left side, be on the right side, so it takes a 0.5 second reaction time to actually flick on over to the other side, and maybe that was going to be the advantage. However, he was buying a little bit of time for his teammate to push through mid and get into Heaven, because once you have Heaven control, that's going to allow you to have almost I don't even want to give a percentage here because it's so difficult to say, but again, Heaven is going to give you, especially for B and A side, both Heavens allow you to control the site so much better. Oh, first frag's trying to go through, unfortunately doesn't connect all the way. Dubstep, he's going to be pulling out the ghost, something more accurate, something more reliable.
Oh, but it does give them the opportunity to move it here. The dark cover allowing them to get that line of sight blockage here from the Heaven, but they have moved into screens that they're going to be able to take down the Breach, and now this is allowing them to get access here for Amanola. He's going to be meeting his end. Dubstep is going to be able to zone in on the Hell player, but it's Dispenser's Pain Shell, which is going to be doing the massive amounts of damage.
Oh my goodness, and he literally has ice in his veins. He did not budge, and the moment those paint cans come through, but now they're going to look for the shorty kill. Unfortunately, that's not going to be working out. Dubstep needs to land the shots. One more would be enough, but can he have enough time to defuse this? He's sticking it, commit to it, and he's got another win for Bren and securing the round as well, taking out the last member and picking up a Bulldog.
That's a pretty good round here coming out from Bren, but of course, they are going to have a little bit of those lost weapons, but they do want to upgrade regardless, so it's not going to matter too much, but we are seeing a bit of a broken buy as a result. Despite winning that anti-eco round, they are actually going to be opting to take a guard Guardian along with the operator and 0 armor for Dubstep. But hey, these are some of the, you know, advanced measures that you're going to take to try and guarantee that you continue this momentum.
Yeah, and if Bren win this, they're going to have so much of that momentum running with them. Some of them are bringing in judges as well. That Guardian is going to be looking to try and protect B side. As we can see, Breach up onto B heaven as well. Nobody seems to be pushing through mid just yet. No utility, not a lot of utilities has been wasted. All they see is that Shroud of Darkness for now. A side completely clear. They are avoiding this Cypher.
And this is continuing to lock down the mid side, but with all these guns coming out here from NTER, this could be exactly what they need to really lock it down. The dark cover going to be preventing Purple Man from really being able to do much here. Oh, it's going to be him getting taken down here by his opposite number. Dubstep picks up a second one on the Senno. He's going to be retreating all the way back through to A heaven. Job is well done. There's going to be a crossfire set up here, but Amenhola is not going to care too much about it. He's isolating Dispenser, moves up, picks off Ching as well with only 16 HP.
And now, oh, can he get one more? Yes, he does! Amenhola finds another headshot onto Dubstep, who's going to try and stop them, but unfortunately, Omen, he finds 2 with the Guardian. Can he find a 3rd? Yeah, and oh, I really thought he got there, but Mao still making sure that his shots land penetrate through the wall. He's going to drop down that spike. He has to be careful because Cypher has heaven from here, but he makes a really, really smart move looping around. He's only at 4 HP. Headshots are going to matter. He needs to one-tap Bren's last standing member, Jesse Vash.
Oh, and yeah, all that damage being done through the box. High penetration on the Guardian working wonders, but Vash, he doesn't know exactly where it's... And oh, the Hunter's Fury coming out. It's going to delay the time a little bit more and able to land the shot there. It's going to give away the position, but he's going to stick it here. He didn't... No! He had his knife! And oh, Jesse Vash, he's going to fall! And the clutch here is going to be coming out here for NTER as they steal it away here from Bren at the death.
No, and we're going to have to watch a replay of it. Oh my goodness. Okay, at least it didn't get that last part because, oh my goodness, that was super unfortunate. Pulling out your knife when it should have been your gun. He had that round. He just needed 1 bullet to connect.
Oh, that is so unfortunate, and Jesse is going to feel very hard done by, but yeah, in any case, we will see how Bren wants to try and bounce back from this. They're opting for pistols to really try and slow NTER down. Of course, it's still going to be a tough task to try and push through split on the attacking side, but I think, you know, with that, there's a lot of momentum in favor of NTER. They're going to really enjoy some of those picks, especially we saw Amenhola getting the 3K.
Yeah, it's looking good, of course. But, I mean, NTER overall, they don't mind these whiffs happening because when they happen, they're going to take full advantage. Unfortunately, Borkum got a little impatient. He shouldn't be peeking, especially with the shorty, because that's not going to net him too much. I mean, the amount of pellets that actually connected barely even scratched the surface of his HP.
Yeah, like less than 10 damage, I do believe, in that instance. So, but ACLX, he's going to rotate around to the mid side. Watch for the flank there. It's going to be the push coming here from A main. This is going to be only the Cypher that's still on the site. Everyone else has been parked in the middle of the map. And now, this is still going to see some delays coming out, but I don't think that the plant is going to be denied at this present moment in time. Dubstep, he does get caught out in heaven, but now, look at the push coming in here. Jesse Vash is going to get 2 of them with the one tap there onto Senho.
Yeah, they're going to satchel charge survive. Vault line comes through, but they are making sure they are watching elbow carefully. They clear both out. Jesse Vash and Dispenser. It's going to be Breach. Ching, he needs to make this work out. All he's got is a classic right now. He can't seem to find any weapons across the field to really help himself. But, ooh, I mean, this Phantom would be pretty good if he could secure this kill. He's just got to walk down the ramps and just look to the left. Unfortunately, it's going to be ACLX finding that kill. Great headshot as NTER look to tie out the rounds 2-2 against Bren.
Oh, so NTER, I think when they did manage to get the opening frag there onto Borkum, as of course he was peeking when maybe he shouldn't, as we saw on the B side of things. It really put Bren at their mercy. They had to still keep honest on the B side of things in case there was going to be a weightage of the players there, but the quiet rotation over to A side was going to be enough. And yeah, when you only have one player in the form of Senho to try and hold things down, it's always going to be difficult on your eco.
Yep, Paranoia even coming out. Ooh, Ching finding the first pickup onto Mao of all people. Let's see how NTER is going to play this game without their top fragger from last game. Let's see whether or not they're going to be able to hold on to their guns here.
Oh, and we're seeing a bit of a spread push here. Of course, after losing that first player, they kind of have to see prod and see what they can do. And of course, if they bring guns to bear here, oh my goodness, he didn't check the mailroom corner there. Eamon Hola is going to pay for it with his life. Dispenser though gets refrag straight away here. And now look at the push coming here onto the B side of things. ACLX, he's going to be able to get down Borkham after he does take Popo Man. So this is going to allow for the plant to potentially go down. There's still going to be a bit of presence there in the center of the park, and really waiting for that presence from the teammate to really try and get a little bit more secure before the plant goes down.
Yep, and again, once again, Heaven Control is so important. Breach has secured his position as Cypher is taking a little bit more of aggressive. He hears the bomb being planted, he just has to sit and wait. Somebody's going to peek out it. There he finds it. That's going to be Jesse Bash taking the final frag of this round.
And wow, this might be a little bit of a bounce back here for Bren, and it's, they really need to string a few of these rounds together if they want to try and get the lion's share of the points on this first half. Definitely going to be very crucial for taking the map overall. NTER though, they are looking pretty promising here regardless. Now they are going to be able to afford that full buy to really try and counteract as much as possible. And you know, it's, you can see how decisive a lot of these opening picks are at the moment. And I mean, we always say that about any round of Valorant as well. You know, those who really do get that opening frag really are likely to take it away. But you can see with so much on the line and with a map like this, it's always going to be absolutely magnified here on the effect.
Yep, once again, he's going to be setting up at an off angle to make sure that B is going to be secure. That seems to be the pattern of what NTER has been doing so far. They kind of put their feelers out there like they did in game one and see who's going to crack under that pressure before pouring into that site. They've got a great spread. One at mid, one is looking towards A side, especially with Cypher making sure that any lurkers coming out of A side will be known to the team as they look to rotate towards B.
With this being a gun round here for both teams, this is probably going to be resulting in quite a number of ults being popped here, as this is always going to be the very decisive moment for them. ACLX, he does have the showstopper available. Once the Omen gets tagged here, we can probably expect to see him come in, but I think they know the gig is up. Look at how many players coming over here from Bren.
Yeah, they saw Raze initially. I'm not sure if they spotted out Omen there on the left, especially how high he was elevated, how low the owl drone was going. I'm pretty sure he didn't see his feet or any discoloration at all. Yep, they're going through it. Unfortunately, Dubstep's going to be the first one. They don't realize that Borkham is still there at his off angle. They finally take him out. Mao got the initial kill, but now the spike is wide out in the open, and there's almost no way for NTER to take this out. Xenaholic, he's going to really have to pull a miracle here to win this round.
Oh, the intel just not going to be good enough, but Senho, he's coming in here. He gets two straight away. He's looking for Dubstep at the moment, and he's going to continue to close the gap. He's going to pop for Dubstep, though. He catches him out, and he's going to clean house as Bren moves clear by 2 points in the first half.
Oh, if they had a bit more time. Look at that timer. That timer was really forcing him, and he was so close to clutching it out. The flick was just slightly too far, and fortunately for him, Dubstep was making sure that he wasn't going to win this round. I mean, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. 2 in a row. He sees Dubstep, and Dubstep at the time, if he listens to the call, all right, drops down the smoke, play for that time. Let him come to you.
Oh, that's very unfortunate there for Senho. Not going to quite get that one, but coming very close. And we actually didn't see a lot of ultimates getting popped, but we did see that ACLX has used his, and fortunately did get shot in the back. But now we're seeing the eco rush coming, round coming out from NTER. They're still pushing down mid, but they are going to be focusing a little bit more on vents. But the game might be up here. Senho did get spotted out on the A main side of things.
Yep. This is tough. That Boombot's gonna see so many people, and he doesn't even realize it. Please don't peek this. Please don't peek this. Up! Here it comes. The up jump comes through, and luckily he's got a friend right behind him to secure it. Dubstep, God bless, because if he wasn't there, Dispenser Dispenser would have had one field day with a lot of lead.
Yeah, and he would be cursing timing again and again and again, almost undoubtedly. And now Dubstep, though, is of course going to be helping out his team member. And look at the amount of utility being dumped here. They know exactly what's up. Eamon Hola, though, he's going to be falling as Dispenser going to clean house. And look at Bren. They are on a roll. They got 5 ultimates. Their economy is booming. They are looking to really close things out and bite back. They want to book their spot in the playoffs.
Both of these teams are hungry, without a doubt. So hungry. But let's look at this replay one more time. You can see Dispense, he's panicking. He's like, oh boy, but Dubstep was able to secure his retreat backwards. And that's kind of the main issue with the map, especially if you are trying to push up through mid. You're more likely to go to B because at least it gives you access to more options, especially to get onto B Heaven. But more importantly, Ropes is just super dangerous. It isolates you. It puts you in a very compromised position. There's nothing you can do. First kill coming in from Dubstep. Great pick off. Not with the up, but with the Vandal. And I think the jig is up.
Yeah, it could always be a very difficult one here already with that early loss here against ACLX. That's really going to be putting a little bit of a break here on this push. They are still going to be taking it slowly. They are trying to see, can they isolate any players? And at the same time, they're in a way faking that they could have been rotating over towards mid or towards the garage side of things. So really just not showing their presence. That's exactly what Bren is being led to believe at the moment. But they're holding fast. They're going to get ready for a retake more than anything else. And now it looks like the smokes here going to be all dropped here onto site. They're trying to do what they can. Jesse, he picks up 2 straight away as he's going to be lurking all the way here in the back of site though. Mao, he will come up big though with only 2 kills and then is unfortunately just going to fall a bit short.
Just a little short. I mean, the moment the jig was up, it was so difficult to kind of play this game, but Bren had an amazing response to this because in most situations, especially even for a lot of amateur teams, they like to over-rotate. They see the information, oh, we should all be getting onto the site. We need to defend it, defend. But Bren, ice in their veins, stood strong, 2 on A, 1 ready to transition at any point of time. And when push comes to shove, we know for a fact after that round that Bren will be able to clean up house.
Oh, they're going to be so glad with that. They think that, you know, we're going to be going here for the operator. It looks like a double shock dart coming out here to try and do something. Dispenser having a little bit of fun here, perhaps, but we'll see that the push is going to be coming down the mid side of things as NTER does want to try and make inroads into Heaven.
Talk about bad timing. A showstopper once again. This time it's not going to whip, and unfortunately for the Boombot, he's become a Roomba once again, clipping the side of the wall, bouncing back, but it just wanted to go and be free out in mid.
Yeah, not going to happen, and that's going to be an ultimate wasted here. Senho, he's going to be absolutely surprised here by Dispenser. You see the blast pack movement here that Flights would be proud of, and he's going to be able to clean that one up as A control is there, but the plant has gone down on B side, and now this is going to be a 2v4 retake. I think they're going to potentially be going for some of these exit kills. Ching, if he's able to get 1 or 2 of them, then it could open inroads into B.
I mean, he looks like he's going to be expanding his ultimate. Make sure you check your left, my friend. Yes, he finds one more on top. He secures both of those kills, and this is going to look good. ACLX kills off the center. Ching, 1 more! No, but he was looking towards Heaven's side. He wasn't sure where the last one was going to be. Eamon Holla coming up a thrifty round for NTER.
Ching was on an absolute roll there, but unfortunately it was not meant to be, as Eamon Hola will be able to clean him out. But look at this, he's absolutely on point. And you know, over the course of this week we've seen some really great plays, but we saw a lot of careless plays as well. And you know, it wasn't going to be Ching added to that highlight reel. He was going to be able to take down 3 of them in 1 mag, but unfortunately getting caught with his flashpoint out. And yeah, that was always going to be a little bit on the sad side for him.
They got to be really careful, especially when they're playing without that information, because they didn't know where the Omen was going to be. Omen moved out of that Rolling Thunder, came back in, and unfortunately, all Ray saw was ACLX in that situation, and not Omen.
Yeah, and now we just have a little bit of presence being put onto the A main side for NTER. This is usually quite standard, as you do want to try and keep some of the players there for Bren on the A side, whether it's on Heaven or where currently we are seeing Senho. But we are going to still see the mid presence, of course, is always very prevalent, and attack to get anything going. More often than not, they also need to make sure that they have this control before anything else can happen.
They need to make it work. They need to make it work. Enter slowly again, creeping up through mid side. Hopefully they don't make the same mistake again, but you know, all of that is so dependent if they get caught. It looks like they're going to be transitioning into B here. Ching ready to fight them off and slow down the push with the flash points, but again, they need to have that control over Heaven's side. Even Raze is ready to rotate.
Oh, and now they're starting to push in here onto B side here, but Eamon Hola is going to be able to get the road here. But oh, Dispenser with a triple kill there. It's going to mow them all down here from the B Heaven, and no chance given here to Enter. They're going to be moving up 7-3 here, as really this is starting to break the back of Enter, but I think they know that this is of course going to be the way of things here, and they just need to try and at least get some rounds before they swap over.
Yeah, they don't need to lose confidence. In game 1 itself, they're doing pretty decent on the attack, but their defense was incredible against Bren, so they still have that running for them, and they're just waiting this out, trying to take as many points as they can until the switch.
Oh, and now look at this full push coming out here from Enter. Of course, this is a little bit of an eco round for them, so they're going to be moving in here. Oh, it looks as though they might have a few extra weapons though, but they are starting to move. Oh, the collapse coming out here from Dubstep, as that screen's presence is going to be absolutely devastating. They're still trying to push him. He's already only on 12 HP, but he's going to get spotted out. Luckily for him, he's got assistance here. Ching is going to be able to clean up ACLS. JC is looking for another here. That's Popo Man. He's going to be taken down here. The judge just not working out. Flawless round coming out from Bren.
Wow, I don't even know what to say that. Like, strategically, I'm not entirely sure. It was looking really, really good from Enter, but the collateral through the smoke, and then another one gets gunned down through the smoke. It's like, what can you really do with that?
Well, those are occupational hazards, and you really have to just, you know, give it a go. And let's not forget, I mean, that was kind of a throwaway round for Enter. They did, of course, invest in the judge, and that's why they are having a bit of difficulty now deciding on how to go about their full buy round. They're going to have to opt for one last Bulldog here to really fill it out. But I think they feel the aggression coming on the A side. But we are seeing enough of a variance out from Enter that, you know, it's keeping the likes of Bren honest.
Yep, and they are just making sure, again, their strategy is playing for picks once more, looking for an opportunity, but unfortunately it's the opposite, as Dubstep is going to find the first kill onto their lurker as they look to rotate towards B side. Omen all by his lonesome self, trying to look for information before falling back, taking his time, dropping the smoke, dropping the paranoia and the smokes as well. Rolling Thunder comes out as from Ching. That's an interesting use of it, but I guess, you know, after how many times they've been conditioned to think, okay, they're going to be pushing through, they usually send 3 people through B Heaven, and maybe I can catch them off.
Oh, but look, this is getting the time here for Dubstep to get in position in back B. He's going to pick up another couple kills here, and Forkham and Ching will be rounding things out. And Enter seemingly running out of a little bit of these ideas, and you know, Dubstep is starting to pick up his game. 18-4. He was so quiet on the previous map on Haven, and you know, it's so important for him and Dispenser to really deliver for the team if they want to try and have some success. So he's definitely woken up here on the second map of the series, and look at the disparity that we have going. We're going to be swapping halves here, as now Bren will be taking it to the attacking side.
Yep, let's see how Bren actually approaches this map. We haven't actually seen them play on Split before, so this is going to be a lot of new information. Enter, hopefully they're ready to feel the assault of Bren. 9-3, 6 round wins differential that it's just going to be so hard to come back from, especially after what Enter did to Bren in the previous game.
Who knows, maybe Enter does have some tricks up their sleeve, but right now the attack here is moving in here all the way up onto the A ramp side, as Dubstep has made some significant inroads. Doesn't have the super shorty, but will be trying to catch them out here with the ghost. He's really just locking things down, but look at the tripwires, all going to be positioned here on A main. This is prompting maybe Bren to go down the mid side.
This is going to be really tough. Coming up through ropes. Oh, that's going to be fine. The first kill as they look to try and take control over Heaven. Both Jet and Borkum are just taking their time, keeping their tracks, making sure that they're just peeking corners. Oh, no, he did see him for half a second there. And unfortunately, there's going to be Popo going to be taking him out. Popo Man finds a second one onto Dubstep. And Senaholic is going to take out Dispenser as they look to try and keep control over the site. You can already see Breach. He's making a run for it. I don't want to be any part of A anymore.
Oh, I think this is all down to Popo Man getting those 2 crucial kills after they already made inroads there. Amenhola is going to put a stop to that push into the B Heaven side of things, and he's going to continue to lurk around.
Left.
Ching, he's got a lot to do here if he wants to try and get a little bit of bonus money here for his team, but he's going to still be creeping down towards the stair side, but he's going to be running into problems in the form of Senho, and that's going to be NTER starting to reverse the trend of scoring here as they get their account open on the defensive side.
Oh, this is good. This is a good start. This is a good start. Let's see if they can bring this back, because this is going to be a tough back to come back. It's a tough game to come back from. Tough back to come back. What was I even trying to say at that point? But yeah, it's late. Both of these teams still seem so fired up. This is their time. This is their moment, and this is their time of night.
No, indeed, as you know, they can be a nocturnal bunch, but there are going to be 4 Spectres invested here by NTER as they do want to try and have an effective anti-eco going. Now, this is still going to be a potential spot here for Bren to make it work, but it's still going to be difficult. They have to try and bring a lot of guns to bear, but there's only going to be 3 players in the middle of the park.
Yeah, and a lot of utility has been expanded onto this mid side. They're not going to be having a lot of smokes to work with, especially if they want to try and, you know, feel out and look to go for that post plant. Those smokes then become so much more valuable.
Yeah, and now this is actually giving a little bit of space to work with, but Popo Man and Senno are going to deny that straight away. The coordination here is going to be great for the defense. Popo Man picks up another Amenhola, picks up a double as the 2 players emerging here from the garage side. They're not going to have a whole lot of luck with them, but Bren has the chance now to go for the full buy. Could see a little bit of a difference here, but man, what do you think that they need to do to really break through on this attacking side?
Well, first of all, not be playing on split. Second, my guess is that they also need to start playing for picks a lot more. They're going in very, very aggressively. Popo Man is really good at holding these angles, and I think at this point of time, going on to B, they just need to be a little bit more patient in terms of what they have in terms of utility. They really need to start focusing on one side rather than trying to spread it out, because they're trying to be using these tripwires as well as the spy camp to get information on areas of which they're not even looking to attack. That information gathering is important, and that's why most teams take Sova. Bren, on the other hand, very, very attack focused. However, on a map like Split, that info is going to be key.
Yeah, unfortunately, is, you know, just the given how Split is always going to be, you know, do I really want to take the Sova? Is by far his most ineffectual map to a certain extent. It's still going to be useful for NTER. That's definitely why they opted to pick him, but it could be something that, you know, will be the difference maker. But so much disdain for this map, Gideon. You know,
yeah,
like, I don't know
mean,
what it did to you.
Well, I've had some bad times on it. I've talked to a lot of people, and most would generally agree this is a very polarizing map for sure. You know, a lot of people agree either really, really like this map or really, really hate it, and I just happen to be one that would like to be in the middle, but, you know, when you're hanging around people who really, really hate it, it starts to rub off on you.
Oh, okay. Well, definitely going to be following the Masters in that case, but now it looks like the push here coming from B Heaven, all executing Dispenser. Jake is going to be landing the shots there, Dubstep as well. This could be Bren claiming their first round win here, and this is exactly what they need here. Oh, looks like it's going to be almost a clean sweep there. Senholic, though, is going to be taking one with him, and now with this, Bren is going to be edging ever so close, and as you mentioned, this is a polarizing map, and you know, just because, you know, it's a 5-point difference here doesn't mean that it's going to be so easy for them to clench the necessary 3 points more that they need.
Well, you say that until they really bring it around, and that's just going to show you how vendor-sided this map actually is, and it's really frustrating. But you know, these are pro teams. They gotta take any advantage and use it to its full potential. So they've got to abuse everything this map has to offer them, no matter what I say, because at the end of the day, these guys are going to be making the big bucks, and all I can say about it is, holy, their shots are on point.
Oh, yeah, and I don't think they need reminding of that one. They're going to be having these great shots for days. There's no great shots there from Ching, as he's not able to land it there onto the head of ACLX, but he's going to thank his lucky stars. He's actually going to fall all the way back here to the stairs. Does not want to be the one to allow his team to go one man down, which really does hamper their ability to react to the kind of attacks that Bren is doing.
Yeah, it looks like Bren is going to be going for the setup, moving into... Oh, wait a minute, they're using their utility, especially that fault line towards B Heaven side, while the rest of the team is looking to push up through ramps, control A Heaven, and look to get on the site. However, they still have to worry about this Cypher, that info. They spot out Sova at the back of the spawn, so that's going to be enough information to actually make the pull the trigger, go on in with the tail, way to bring out the ultimate of the Bladestorm. He needs to start with this spike initiation, but the rest of the team come through the flash. One's out for Ching! That's gonna be two! One more! Unfortunately, the animation is not gonna win, but you can't stop the Popo from coming in through heaven.
Oh man, the plays coming out there from Ching as he cleans house, and really, he sold the fake so well. Jesse is gonna take down Amenhola. There's only going to be one player remaining here. Popo Man has got a world to do. He's going to be saving his Vandal here most likely, or at the very least looking for the exit kills. But Dubstep getting a little bit overzealous there, not able to land the Bladestorm. And now we can see Popo Man firmly going to be saving this. But, you know, really using the fault line there in mid by Ching, you know, onto the B Heaven. It actually kept three of the NTER players all focused around there. We saw the investment by the Paranoia, a dark cover as well, to really halt the expected push coming from B, while at the same time they were all pushing out back there from screens on A.
Ooh, let's look at this one more time, because you know, overall, it's pretty shocking the amount of members that actually stacked up to try and protect B Heaven here. A Heaven here. The first initial pick, Spycam is gone, but the flashpoint, that's where Breach really shine. Controlled areas, especially when he can shoot through the wall, so not through the walls, well, happening on the other side with that flashpoint. It's such a powerful tool if timed right.
And it was perfectly timed there. The late rotation, because of the sold fake, meant that three of them all tried to push into Heaven at the same time. And boy, did Ching punish them for that one. Now, this does give Bren the chance here to close things out and say they edge closer and closer to that map win. They're currently on 11 points. NTER's got a lot to do, and despite having the better side here, they're not looking too good for it. Borkham here is going to open the account here for his team now, and we'll be looking to see, can they make inroads? You can see immediately the rotation over to A.
Because you don't go through ropes unless you're going towards A, so it's a really good option here. But just in case they have Jet, double check B Heaven in case this is some kind of fake out. So now that they have enough information to make the call, they're going to slowly pull over. If they just have to keep control over this area, and Jet making a really good decision. She's not peeking out just yet. She's waiting for the right opportunity or for some unfortunate fool to walk through.
Oh, look at the plays coming out from Borkham. He's so easily going to be able to get onto site. The flanking shot's going to be good here for Bren. Looking for more. But oh man, look at that! Death from above, gonna land right in front of Ching, and not a lot that he could do, but he was completely blind in the process.
I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, I knew the animation for Breach was going to be slow, but oh my goodness, could it be any slower at that point of time? That's so unfortunate to see. But Bren, they're still up here as NTER. Woman is still holding on to his own. They can't seem to defuse. There's no way he's going to be able to defuse this spike, especially with the hold that Bren has. Over the A site.
Oh man, this is going to be map point in just a moment here, and now this does mean that Bren will be moving most likely onto that 3 maps, but oh, Amenhola, he does want to try to deal a little bit more damage here to prevent them as much as possible, but you know, when you're on that map point, it's it's really difficult. And look at the buys coming out. It's going to be a bit broken on this force.
Yeah, and I mean, this just shows perfectly why this map can be extremely polarizing, not just for the defense, because once you get that spike down, the retake is so difficult to do if you don't have that kind of map control. It's pretty wide, a lot of tight corners as well, so you got to be making sure that you're checking each and every one of them as you are pushing into the site, and also when you're trying to retake the site.
Bren is really showing here. They're not really faced by, you know, the difficulties faced by attacker sides. And honestly, when we've gone to split in the earlier parts of this group stage, you know, we have actually seen a lot of attacker-sided rounds really come to fruition. But we'll see if this is going to be continuing here. If it does mean the end. Jesse, though, he's going to be pursuing that agenda here. He takes down Mal, and now that's going to be A with quite a bit of opening. But Dubstep, look, he's unrelenting, trying to get the wall bank, but not left enough.
I mean, this is just Overwatch. It's suppressing fire, making sure that he's not even going to move from his position. Yeah, sure, you can clearly see him shooting in the exact same space every single time. He's not even making micro adjustments. They find the first kill onto Aim and Hola here. Oh, the showstopper. I didn't even know if it actually collided with the pillar or went towards the spawn side, but I can clearly tell that it's not going to be hitting anybody.
Oh man, but Popo, man, he was going to be hit by the Rolling Thunder, but now ACLX, this is all on his shoulders. He is the last player, but Borkum, he finishes it off. Bren will be able to clean things out in an equally polarizing scoreline of 13-5 in favor of Bren.
That differential is going to come so big for Bren here. What a great game to watch. Actually, not just a great game, but just a great series in general. Just looking at it, how different these teams are. It's crazy.
Oh man, and I think, you know, looking at this, when we consider the permutations of this, now I think it was 13-5 in the first map, right? And when we have 13-5 here, that means there's no difference in the points differential. So if we look at the current standings, currently Morph is on 4 points, so it doesn't affect them. HQ is on 3 points, but with a -2 differential. Bren came in here with a +5. So with no, but the +5 could be taking into I don't think it takes into account our first map, but we have to wait and see what the admins say here. But if it is the case, then there's no change to the round differential. They're tied on points with AHQ. They might take the tiebreaker here.
Yeah, oh my goodness, this is really stressful. Like I can't seem to put the map together, and we're just gonna have to wait for the admins to actually update this to give you guys the officials of who's gonna be making out of this group. So for now, at least we know that Bren can at least rest easy just for a little bit, because that series was so stressful.
It was, and you know, we have to feel also for NTER as well. They put in a great performance. The Taiwanese team really going all out on the first map, but unfortunately not able to really match that performance in the on split. But you know, Bren, you know, they finally woke up, and with that kind of reversal of fortunes, it could be enough. But as you said, Gideon, we might have to just wait and see what the admins are going to finally say here. But it might be a tiebreaker scenario here between AHQ Esport Club and of course Bren Esports.
You know, overall, especially in the competition, more likely the format, just the way it is, the draws, and some of the teams here, if it was just a little bit different in the draw, the groups, we could have seen a completely different bracket in the playoffs in itself, and that would have been crazy to see. You know, some of these other teams who just had to go against stiff competitions in the group, and especially in Group D, I really think there's some quality in here. Had they spread out a little bit more, they might have been able to really soar high and spread their wings.
Yeah, I think Group D is easily the, you know, group of death in terms of you know, who is going to be making out, and of course they have got quite a bit of skill at their disposal as well. But you know, everything is random seeding here for the Royal Sea Cup, and you know, it's been a pleasure to cast here on this show together with you, Gideon, and you know, I hope everyone is enjoying the Ignition series as well at home. This brings us to a close here for the group stages, so we're gonna of course let the tinkering and the number crunching back to our analyst panel to really conclude on this one here. But that's it from us here this evening. We like to thank you for tuning in, and you know, listen to what the analysts have to say and who's going to be making it through. So thank you very much. I'm Play the J, he's Gideon Q. Hope you have a very good night.